Good afternoon. I have the pleasure of having Craig Dunkerley join me today, co-founder and CEO of BG Wealth Group. And my name is Rory Bloomfield, Director of Property and Business Growth with BG Property Holdings. Thanks again, Craig, for joining me as always this afternoon.
My pleasure, Rory.
So, Craig, I want to do a bit of a transition here. Me and you have talked quite a bit about the stock markets in the last number of weeks. I want to focus on real estate for a minute, another area I know that you're quite passionate about. There's a lot of shift happening right now, both in regards to the markets, generally speaking, including real estate, and came across an interesting article where it cited some information from the CEO of Redfin in the US, and he talked about how there's a big shift in demand right now from people seeking to locate in urban centers to now seeking to locate in rural communities.
Right.
And how there's a profound psychological change and an entire shift in demand that's taking place as a result, largely because of the pandemic that's currently taking place. So very curious, based on your experience, to get your thoughts on this shift in demand. And
Okay. Sure. Okay. Thank you, Rory. I'm gonna handle this a little bit from a different angle because, as you know, I've always looked at, or we've always looked at rural areas for where we invest. We're a typical real estate investor. Many real estate investors will look to invest in metropolitan areas. And they're buying in those areas, even though they're buying at a low cap rate, which they are not going to cash flow, sometimes even negative cash flow. They're buying there because of the future appreciation and expecting that the properties will go up in value, right? Where we've always taken the opposite side of it. And as value investors, looking for properties in rural areas that have gone down in value and being able to purchase the properties at a higher cap rate, say an 8% cap rate, where we're cash flowing 6, 7, 8%. But there's not always a reason for them to go up in value. So we're getting nice cash flow, but as value investors buying something at a discount price in an area that something is actually happening to drive those prices up, we're getting both sides of the coin. We're getting the cash flow and we're getting the appreciation that normally you would only get in a metropolitan area. So when I look at the comments that you're bringing to this conversation now, what is going on, that shift of people moving from metropolitan to the rural will only play into our hands to improve our overall investment and ROI down the road. So,
absolutely. Great. Thanks for sharing your insight. Obviously, it's very interesting to see what's going on with that shift in demand, and look forward to talking to you further about real estate and what's happening in the markets over the next coming weeks here.
Great. Thanks, Roy.
Thanks, Craig.
Take
Talk
care.
to you soon.